Morning, Becky boys.
Tando, what's happening, my man?
How'd that date with Allison go last night, Mr. Choi?
Oh, she loved me. Her boyfriend, not so much.
You're gonna get your ass kicked.
So I just heard that Charlie Hunnam had one condition for doing Pacific Rim 3 that would have solved the big issue with the sequel. Plus, it was supposed to tie in to the Godzilla vs. Kong universe, but now I'm not sure if that's going to happen. So let's dive into everything we know about the potential Pacific Rim 3. Charlie Hunnam recently mentioned that he's open to coming back for Pacific Rim 3, but there's one catch. Guillermo del Toro needs to be involved. The original 2013 film, directed by del Toro, was about the epic battle between humans and the kaiju, with massive robots called Jaggers built to fight them. Hunnam played Raleigh Beckett, a former pilot who rejoined the fight against the monsters. However, when the sequel, Pacific Rim Uprising, came out in 2018, Hunnam's character was noticeably absent, although other characters like Mako Mori, played by Rinko Kikuchi, did return. The sequel was directed by Steven S. DeKnight, with del Toro as a producer. In an interview with Inverse, Hunnam said he'd be up for doing another Pacific Rim movie, but only if del Toro is involved. He's quoted saying, "I would do anything that Guillermo was doing. If Guillermo invites me to do Pacific Rim 3, I'll be there, or anything else he wants to do." Despite Hunnam's enthusiasm, the chances of Pacific Rim 3 happening seem slim. The last update from del Toro in 2021 indicated he had no plans to revisit the series. Plus, with del Toro busy with other projects like his TV series Cabinet of Curiosities and an upcoming Frankenstein movie, it's even less likely he'll return to the Pacific Rim franchise. As much as fans might hope, it seems like the possibility of a third movie is pretty much off the table, unless the right circumstances arise. The delay in releasing Pacific Rim 3 can be chalked up to several factors. The first movie had potential, but its box office returns weren't quite as big as its massive budget. Turning such a visually stunning movie into a long-lasting franchise wasn't easy, which led to a cautious approach. As time passed, the franchise shifted from Warner Brothers to Universal Pictures, adding another layer of complexity. Because of this, the Pacific Rim Uprising faced delays and challenges, eventually hitting theaters nearly 5 years after the original. Unfortunately, the sequel didn't get the warmest reception, partly because of changes in the cast and a sense that it didn't bring anything new to the table, which made the idea of a third movie seem less likely. Pacific Rim Uprising struggled to meet the high expectations set by the first film. Director Steven S. DeKnight even mentioned that they had to make significant changes after some negative test screenings. The 5-year gap between the movies and the confusing timeline didn't help either. With some original cast members missing and concerns about a lack of originality, the sequel couldn't quite capture the excitement of the first film. Charlie Day, who returned from the original, highlighted how much Guillermo del Toro's unique vision was missed. Despite all the uncertainties, there were some hints about where Pacific Rim 3 could go. DeKnight had some big ideas, including a crossover with the larger kaiju universe, potentially bringing Pacific Rim together with Godzilla and King Kong. But pulling off such a massive project depended on the success of the Pacific Rim Uprising and whether audiences were eager for more. Securing the approval and funding for something that ambitious was a tall order. In any franchise, characters and their relationships are key to success. While Pacific Rim Uprising introduced new characters, the absence of original favorites was felt. There were plans to bring back some of the original cast and weave their stories in with new faces, which could have offered a sense of continuity and further development for the franchise. The end of the Pacific Rim Uprising set the stage for a major shift in the story. The fight against the kaiju was about to move beyond Earth, with our human heroes preparing to take the battle to the aliens' turf. This bold move promised new challenges and exciting possibilities, with John Boyega's character teasing some wild weapons and strategies that piqued everyone's curiosity about what Pacific Rim 3 might explore. There were also whispers about Guillermo del Toro's scrapped ideas for Pacific Rim 3, offering a peek into what could have been. His vision involved a villainous tech genius who had access to kaiju-related patents, revealing some deep connections between Earth's past, present, and future. In a wild twist, it turns out that humans were the ancestors of the kaiju, separated by thousands of years. This revelation could have taken the story in some totally unexpected directions. However, the chances of seeing this sequel are still up in the air. Given the challenges and pressures of the film industry, DeKnight's return seems unlikely. With Del Toro's involvement also in question, it's unclear who would take the reins for the next chapter. The lack of investors, industry strikes, and other hurdles make it seem like this project might never come to fruition, at least from where things stand right now. Despite this, the Pacific Rim universe has expanded through spin-offs like the Netflix animated series Pacific Rim: The Black. These efforts give fans a taste of the franchise's untapped potential. Pacific Rim: The Black dives into a story where kaiju have started attacking Australia, and two siblings pilot a Jaeger together in search of their parents. This Japanese-American collaboration was praised for its stunning visuals and how well it translated the Pacific Rim universe into animation. Meanwhile, the Pacific Rim legacy continues to thrive through cosplay, fan debates, and fan art. Even if Pacific Rim 3 never happens, the franchise has left a lasting mark on the sci-fi genre. As the story lingers in the minds of fans, the hunger for more only grows, showcasing the enduring power of imagination and the desire for epic tales. While fans were eagerly anticipating a new Pacific Rim movie, the Pacific Rim universe is taking a different route by expanding with a TV show instead. Unfortunately, Guillermo del Toro won't be directing this prequel. Instead, the talented Eric Heiserer will be taking the helm. While plot details remain scarce, it's been confirmed that the show is officially in production, and excitement is building. One of the most unforgettable moments from Del Toro's original film was the K-Day montage, undoubtedly one of the coolest and most iconic scenes in the movie. K-Day marks the day the kaiju first launched their devastating attack on humanity, and the montage brilliantly captured the chaos, destruction, and the subsequent creation of the Jaegers to defend Earth. Del Toro's creative genius is on full display in how he used TV footage to tell this story. The montage is brief and doesn't reveal too much, leaving audiences wanting more. Given how significant this scene is, it will be fascinating to see if the upcoming TV show incorporates something similar or even expands on it. The prequel series has the potential to delve into the kaiju war in ways the movies never could. With more time to explore the details, the show could provide a much deeper understanding of how the war began and the events that unfolded afterward. Even though the TV show might face budget limitations, it still offers a unique opportunity to showcase the kaiju war like never before. Additionally, there are plenty of other scenes and storylines from Del Toro's movie that the series could explore in greater depth, offering fans a richer experience in the Pacific Rim universe. And that's that for today's video. Thanks for watching, and we will see you in the next one. Your suggestions for future videos are always welcome in the comments below. By the way, with the Pacific Rim universe expanding into a TV show instead of another movie, what are you most excited to see in the series? Let me know in the comments.